Real quick, I'm going to take you through a journey because blind nutrition has a history. And I want you to kind of take the journey with me because I started my nutrition background back in the 70s. And in the 70s, what were we doing? And what did we know? That journey starts with one thing, and that was what we knew at the time. And we knew, at least we thought we knew, that everything was broken down to the basic units of amino acids, carbohydrates, break it fatty acids, you break everything down, vitamins, minerals, and you absorb it from your food. So what we do in the nutrition world, we did exactly that. We broke down rocks and dirt and made our synthetic vitamins and we put them into a capsule and said, that's it, that's what people need. They needed that nutrition. And here, take this and we will figure it out for you. And that will make your body well. Guess what? It didn't work out, right? And number one, none of it was food. None of that was food. The synthetic vitamins isn't food. You know, the rocks and minerals that we were breaking down are not food. We don't go around eating rocks. So as our research developed and we went on further, we realized, well, lo and behold, the body can absorb a lot bigger units of nutrition than we ever thought. We have carrier systems that bring molecules in. We have this phagocytist, that reach out and grab big molecules, a lot bigger than we ever thought, and then we absorb these molecules, and it was like, holy cow, we don't break things down all the way like we thought we did. And so now we said, well, maybe this foods thing has something to do with it. So we started doing what? Second generation nutritional supplements were what? And some of the people in the room might have been involved in that. And that was what? Whole food extracts from vegetables, fruits, exotic fruits, and noni, and zangi, and all these different things. And they were of value. Why? Because they were bringing these nutrients into our body that we never really quite figured out yet. We didn't give them vitamin names. We knew they weren't minerals. We called them what? Phytochemicals, or phytonutrients, meaning plant phytochemicals. And we knew that those phytochemicals, our body used them and built things with them. Structure and function are interrelated. We finally got to the point where we realized that our body is very logical. It's a production system. If you give it the right structure, it will build a functional unit. Guess what if you don't? It still tries to build a functional unit to build your body to make it run as efficiently and as powerfully as it can. But if you don't feed it right, guess what happens? Hopefully all of us know and we all agree that our goal is to make yourself well. Wellness is a journey, not a destination. What do we think? Well, we got to make that cell healthy, because the reality is if every cell in your body is healthy, I hope you all agree, then you will be healthy. If every cell in your body is healthy, then guess what? All your organ systems are healthy. And that makes for a healthier person. So what was the problem with single plant extracts? Why didn't they work like we thought they would? Well, number one, there is no one plant on the planet that has meaningful quantities of everything that you need to stay well. So then third generation products came along. Excellent products. They took all this data, they started mixing things together, putting things together, adding all these components together to build a product that had the phytochemicals in it that we knew we needed. It had minerals that were phytominerals, so they were actually in a matrix that the body understood and can absorb that mineral better and utilize it. It had all these other things mixed with our vitamins, mineral, what we call vitamin complexes. And these products were great. And they had meaningful quantities of things in them that our body understood. But guess what? We had very difficult ways of quantifying, number what they were and what our body really needed. You know, we were taking this stuff in nutrient-dense, rich food supplements that were great when you looked at them in the lab. They were even great in the body, but sometimes what happens to the body when you get too much of one thing? It's like a big production plant. And you've got these production ingredients, A, B, C, D, and F, and if you get 10 trucks of A, 2 trucks of B, and 1 truck of C, at the end of the day, you only make enough of what C has. So these ingredients in these great products, guess what? They were waste It was excess. Excess sometimes in the body equates into toxicity. And so what is aging? I use a simple definition when I talk to the medical students. Aging is, and take this away because this is aging is what? It's your genetics, it's the toxic exposure that we get throughout our life, and it's our nutrition. It's our building blocks. There are only 3 building blocks for the human body. Water, right? Foods, and oxygen. You know, drugs are not building our body. They tinker with it. I use medicines all day long to keep people, or get people well. But they're not part of what that aging process is. I'm excited and for being here because this is a product that addresses every component in that equation. We're dealing with the nutritional component, we're dealing with the genetic component, and this product deals with how we handle toxins in our body and how our body reacts with toxins, how it detoxifies toxins. Really exciting stuff. And I'm encouraging you guys to look at this in a broad perspective, but bring it down to what I just said. Teach people where we were giving things we knew they had this value, but we didn't know exactly what. In fact, it created a whole profession of professionals. People in functional medicine, naturopathic doctors. Because why? Because there was so much information, the public couldn't handle it. And you had to be specialized and study it as a career before you knew how to use those products effective and efficiently. This is a product that's going to take that guesswork out of the equation and help it be a very targeted base product for wellness. And I'll repeat that, it's a base product for wellness. It's not going to take away my job or any other doctors in the audience jobs, because there's still going to be people that are sick, that need attention, that we need to get them back to wellness, and this can be a great wellness product to keep them going forever. And with that, I'm going to end, and I thank you guys for being here, and just hooray for Uforia and the science behind it.